Okay, hello. Sorry about that, I was just enjoying the epic music. The music in this game is so freaking good. Okay, hello. Ah, stupid Twitch preview. One day I'll remember to mute that automatically before I start streaming. One day. But not today. No. That's the level of professionalism. Okay, back with more Elder Scrolls, more Summerset. Let's get this loaded up. My Dark Elf Mage Assassin. And we'll go help out the High Elves. And I'm sure they will be exceedingly grateful for the help from a Dark Elf. Because they're like that, a nice, kind, tolerant people. Yeah, right. Okay, trying to remember what the heck happened last time. I didn't stream yesterday, so... Oh, we're going into some cave below the tower here at the Sigic Order to help the Grandmaster try and locate this gem that he took from the top of the Crystal Tower. New daily reward, what's that? Poison. And I've probably got some... Alright, so we've got to go, I think it's down here. Meet the Rhyme Master in the Dreaming Cave, yeah. Yeah, last time we defeated Katora. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Which was my most satisfying achievement of this game so far, I think.
Welcome to the Dreaming Cave.
Oh, there it is.
Here, we can open paths to other realms. This particular path is blocked by Daedric magic. I have an idea, though. Take the Dawnstar gem from your pack and hold it up to the barrier. Just as I surmised, the barrier, it withdraws from the Dawnstar's power.
So... I can pass through.
Dawnbreaker's gem contains a portion of Meridia's power, but on its own it isn't strong enough to dispel this barrier. We need to find the Dawnbreaker's sword and make it whole once more.
Yeah, but they were pulled into Mephalah's realm. Oh man. I'm having to go into the Daedric realm.
We know that at least one Daedric Prince has attempted to help us against the triad of Vile, Mephalah, and Nocturnal. I think it's time to approach Meridia and solicit her help in this endeavor.
Okay, so how do we chat to a god?
We need to locate a true believer, one of Meridia's cultists. If anyone can direct us toward Daedric activity on Summerset, it's Lathan. Talk to Lathan. See if you can convince him to help us find one of Meridia's priests. As we've seen, the triad of Daedric Princes was able to interfere with the Golden Knight's efforts to reach us. If I attempt to use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia, chances are they'll notice and stop us. We can't risk tipping our hand just yet.
Okay.
The barrier doesn't block every possible path, only the one that I saw in my scribe memory, the path that leads to where I hid the heart of transparent law. As Katora's magic continues to fade, I believe my memories will return in time.
Can they replace Katora?
I don't think so. Each member of the Cabal possesses a unique talent. Katora dealt in mind magic. When you killed him, that magic was lost to the Cabal. No. Now we must concern ourselves with the triad of Daedric Princes.
Okay. Where is Lathan?
Just as you were attuned so you could travel to and from Artaeum, we use the same magic to prevent Lathan from leaving the island. He is free to wander where he will, but he can't leave. I believe he's outside, talking to Valsarin. Lathan was a good man. I have to believe he still is, despite pledging his allegiance to Mephala and the Court of Bedlam. Besides, we need to contact Meridia. He's our best chance for getting in touch with one of her priests.
Alright. Let's go speak to the traitor. This way. Yeah. Those pauses always freak me out.
I never planned to come back here. The memories are painful.
I still can't believe I had to find you and drag you back. Was our time together really so terrible?
You still don't understand. Our daughter will never again see this view, or hold my hand, or anything. I suppose it's too much for a prisoner to expect a few moments of solitude with his thoughts.
Yes, it is.
Ah, well. So, what can I do for you? Has the Right Master sent you to interrogate me? Doesn't he trust my wife's talents in that regard?
Meridia cult.
What a curious question. Do you actually believe that all Daedric cultists know each other? I hate to disappoint you, we don't. Although I can tell you that there are a lot fewer of the Lady of Life's followers now than there were before.
Because you've killed them.
The Court of Bedlam has been actively eliminating the competition, as it were. Oh, I wasn't personally involved, but I have it on good authority that the Meridia shrine hidden to the north of Shimmerine has been disposed of.
Uh-huh.
Or, who can say? I imagine that one or two of them scurried down a dark hole before the blade fell. Like rats, her followers are. I believe I have said everything I'm going to on this subject. Now,
That sounds like a wild Nixad chase. Didn't Razumdar mention he was investigating Daedric cults on Summerset? Maybe you should go talk to him. Razumdar has been investigating Daedric activity across Summerset. He's your best chance for finding a follower of Meridia, despite what Lathan has intimated.
You know where the crazy cat went?
When last we checked, the Eye of the Queen was in Shimmerine, conducting his own investigation into the Court of Bedlam and other Daedric activity.
Okay. Let's go chat to the crazy cat. This way. Head up to the portal. Come on. Right, Shimmerine. I think we're pretty close to there anyway. So I think we can just ride straight there. Give me my... Well. It's not showing I'm in contact. Contact? Combat? Now I can summon my ride. Shimmerine. Where's that?
1,000 pardons, but the battle reeve requires your prompt appearance at the Proxy Queen's court. Battle Reeve Taverina requests your presence at the Royal Palace. There is a situation developing and you have come highly recommended, or so we have been led to believe.
And what situation?
There are eager ears everywhere, so keep your voice low. The situation involves Sea Slode. The Battle Reeve has been informed that you dispatched one of the foul creatures. I find that implausible, but as a lowly squire, my opinion doesn't matter.
Do you want me to dispatch you as well?
I can tell you that the Battle Reeve sent 3 adventurers and a squad of marines to determine the extent of the problem. After an initial report, contact with the group was lost. What the Battle Reeve will ask of you, well, that's for her to impart.
High elves. Yep. But first things first, I want to find blooming Raz. Yes, the high elves. Even when they're asking for your help, they make it sound as though they're doing you a favour by allowing you to help them.
If the Queen's Eye wants to chase his own tail by following skeever scribblings, fine by me. Anything to keep him out of our business.
Step away from that scribble, newcomer.
Take a breath, bailiff. It's just a scribble, not one of Razumdar's conspiracies.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Only one of the lesser races would deface a beautiful wall like that. I mean no disrespect, but my statement rings true. Razumdar claims the scribble contains a message of some sort, but I just don't see it.
That's because you don't have any imagination.
The cat mentioned he was working with a newcomer. But if you ask me about Daedra, I'll toss you down a pit. As I told Razumdar, Summerset banished Daedric cults centuries ago. Our biggest problem right now concerns these wall scribblers. Do I look like a Khajiit keeper to you? He said something about the scribbles. I'm just glad Razumdar is far away and not bothering me. You, on the other hand, are way too close. Move along, or face the...
Follow the scribbles. Is that something glowing or just sunlight? Just sunlight. So it looked like there was one over this. There it is.
Sometimes a scribble on a wall doesn't mean a thing, but sometimes it means everything.
Okay, now they're coming thick and fast. Is there a Daedric Prince of Skeevers?
Doesn't care who you worship. He just wants to know if your cult was attacked recently.
Perry, would welcome you. Our prince accepts all kinds, and you'd be our first Khajiit.
You'd be our first anything, actually.
Slap.
Five Claw, you have the happy ability to know where to find Raz when Raz has need of you. Getting information out of these Peryite idiots is like squeezing milk from a stone. This is why Raz hates dealing with Daedric cults.
Any meridians?
Interesting question. Raz has learned that the court of Bedlam has been attacking the cults of other princes, including those devoted to Meridia and Azura. Now, usually if crazy cultists kill each other, it's good for Summerset. But this feels wrong.
Meridia and Azura tend to generally be supportive of the mortals.
You do? Well, Raz trusts you. So I can tell you about an old friend who attends Meridia ceremonies in the Etonir Grotto. Raz doesn't approve, but it's her life, yes? This one will make contact and meet you outside Etonir.
See you there.
Raz was planning to head up north to Etonir after talking to these Peryite imbeciles anyway, to check on his old friend. The court of Bedlam's attacks on the other cults were particularly vicious, and this one worries so.
Yeah, we captured a cultist, and there's a war going on.
War? That would explain the attacks. Raz isn't an expert on Daedric cults, but this doesn't sound like their usual behavior. This one thought they just sort of left each other alone.
Yeah.
That's a terrible thing to say. No, Raz refuses to believe it. Raz's friend is a survivor. She's got to be all right. This one will go and make contact. Make sure she's fine. Then we'll meet you outside Etonir.
Have you learned anything else about the court?
Raz hears things. He heard about the attacks on the rival cults. He heard that the court consists of followers of 3 different princes. And he heard that even though the High Elves constitute the majority of the court's members, there is one Dark Elf.
Dark Elf?
A single Dark Elf among a group of High Elves? Seems significant to Raz. Besides, everyone seems to fear her, but this one could not dig up any details. We should keep an eye out for this Dark Elf, yes?
I really hope it's not my character's sort of Moritong love interest. Because generally people would fear her. So where are we going? Up north. So we're going there. Oh, I see. That's the other end of that pass.
I've never known such fear.
Have you not? Yeah, good to see the police have got so much work to do. Still standing around looking at a scribble. Right, let's get us to the way shrine. Cheeky quick travel up to the next one. Oh, come on. just go and unlock that viewpoint. Done and done. This really is such a pretty map. As dramatic as Morrowind is, this is actually a heck of a lot prettier. Does that look like a path? Maybe not. That looks like a cave though.
Over here, Five Claw. This is Raz's old friend, Sadarado. She follows Meridia, but do not hold that against her.
Hello.
May Meridia's light shine upon you. Raz told me you need to contact my prince. With the recent attacks, however, I need to ask you what your interest in Meridia happens to be.
We need her help, because we need Dawnbreaker.
Meridia's sword of light. I'm not sure I understand. Even if I wanted to help you, my efforts would probably be in vain. My prince doesn't speak to just any mortal. The leader of our sect had Meridia's ear, but he was caught in a recent attack.
I've kind of met her, and, you know, Meridia's kind of helped me in the past. You know, we kind of know each other.
My prince blessed you with her presence. That's a story I'd love to hear sometime. For now, I'll do my best to help you, but the path to the shrine will be hazardous. Mephalah's creatures still roam the area, feasting on my brothers and sisters.
Okay, how do I get there?
Enter the grotto and look for our camp. Meridia's shrine looms over the area. Raz will accompany me and will enter via a side tunnel. I don't want you to have to worry about me while you're defending yourself against those creatures.
So why aren't I going in through the side tunnel?
Raz thinks this is a bad idea, Sadara.
I want to help Raz. Maybe this is the reason Meridia allowed me to escape when the rest of my sect was attacked.
Let's get my battle buddy.
I knew I shouldn't have let her go in. Idiot. The Thieves Guild sent you. Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. Darkness crawls along the walls of Etanmir. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death.
What happened?
No idea. Aerothol asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any trouble, even for a lackwit like her. Sneak past some cultists, grab the tokens, get out clean. Easy. But now, the place is swarming with Daedra.
And you think she's dead?
Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her.
Honor among
You look
thieves.
scrappy enough. If you can grab those tokens and what's left of my apprentice, I'll make it worth your while.
Fine.
I suppose I could answer some questions, long as they're quick. What? Are you the kind of sap who sheds a tear for every idiot lost on a job? Huh? If you were so worried, what are you standing around? Not by choice. The guild shoved her in my lap and told me to start training. So far, all she's been good for is buzzing in my ear. No idea A cult of Meridia doesn't usually make a big splash, but here in Summerset, well, they don't look kindly on Daedric cults. Even the nice one. Not entirely sure, truth be told. All I know is they're worth something to someone. Why that is, well, it's not my job to ask questions, long as I get paid.
Yeah, sounds like a member of the Thieves Guild. Let's... yeah, let's get my stealth on. I mean, I'm Dark Brotherhood, so why not? Alrighty. Why can't I Blade of Woe him? That shouldn't be a problem. Dark Brotherhood. No, I'm not going to find out. I should have the gold. He's going to keep them busy. I'm going to steal the stuff. Oh, another one over here. That'll be the final one. Sweet. Ooh, Sky Shard. Come on. Very nice. So Ethereal must be this way.
Finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks. He must be worried sick.
Yeah, not so much. Right, we will talk to Seeks in the dark. Or should we go and speak to him first? Okay, we'll go speak to him first. Looks to be going in the right direction. It says below, and this is below. No, shit. There's salamanders. Okay. I thought they'd be tougher. Nice, they have gold. Here we go. He's going to be overjoyed that I found her.
I see that Errolthal made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my... Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of. Sad as that is. Maybe one day we'll do another job together. Not likely, but maybe.
You might be surprised.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
She's so
The
keen.
itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen a million times.
Seeks, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. Oh, what will you come up with next?
I can see why he finds her annoying. I would find her annoying. Dreaming Cave. I want to try and Blade of Woe this scumbag. I don't know if it's because I was on a slope. Good, still working. No, I'm too stealthy. So I don't actually have to kill these guys to get those tokens or achieve my mission. I'm guessing we gotta go up there.
Rise is not fond of Daedric cultists, but no one deserves to die like this.
The Court of Bedlam are cowards. They struck us down without warning. I will try my best to get your friend an audience with the Lady of Light. The shrine is just inside.
Alright. Come on, Meridia. Show yourself.
Master, what did those bastards do to you?
I'll just take
They defiled Meridia Shrine.
That light, that is not natural, yes?
Meridia, she calls to us.
My devoted priest, a loyal soldier, and an intrepid instigator. Step closer and bask in Meridia's light.
Why is this statue talking to Raz? Should it be doing such a thing?
My followers murdered. My shrine desecrated. The other princes, this so-called triad, they must answer for these insults. But I sense a question in your mind. Speak, champion of Cold Harbor.
That's me.
Ask what you will of the Prince of Light. They dare to steal my vessel? To hold prisoner the agent I put in place to foil their despicable plans? My light shall not be snuffed out. My colored rooms will not be compromised. You must set Darian Gautier free. My vessel just thinks of itself as the mortal called Darian Gautier. In reality, Darian is my will and my power, inserted into your reality whenever my light needs to banish a darkness. I will admit my night changed after it met you, though.
How do you mean?
The night had a single purpose, but somehow you complicated matters. Now the night actually cares. You and my vessel will both be required to stop the Triad. You must enter Mafala's realm and rescue Darian.
I have the gem. But can I remake the sword?
The gem cannot grow a new sword, but I can add to its power. Now you can use it to locate Darien in Mephalah's realm. Return to the Right Master and tell him what I said. Wait, how dare they? The Triad dares invade my sacred realm? This cannot stand.
Meridia, my prince! She's gone. I can't feel her presence any longer.
Raz is certain that the nice statue will be fine. In the meantime, let this one take you someplace where you will be safe. Raz has seen many things. Were sharks, flying tigers, were sharks on top of flying tigers. But the talking light? Ah, Queen Irene will never believe it. How much trouble are we in, Five Claw? Be honest with old Raz.
Yeah, it's not good.
Too much honesty is never a good thing. How do we battle Daedric Princes? Raz supposes an army would help. An army always helps. Alas, Raz rarely has an army to call upon when he needs one the most.
Yeah.
And that involves traveling to places Raz never knew existed before all this started. No. Raz will see Sadara to safety and then do what he can to protect Summerset and the Crystal Tower. The Daedra fighting, Raz will leave to you, yes?
Fair enough. I'll just look for anything that could be of use. It's amazing how many people have lockpicks in this world. It's like everyone must be a thief. Or they're always forgetting their keys. But that seems unlikely. Something's really lootable. Never mind. I'll just start right through the middle of their camp. Alright. Okay, at least Meridia's willing to help. Generally she does. But she'll pretty much just do it now, I should think, out of self-preservation and wanting revenge. Get us back to the Way Shrine. I think it's just up here. There it is. Yep. Shame I can't just travel straight there. Never mind. Come on. Let's go speak to the Right Master. See if he can send me to where the Golden Knight is. It's kind of interesting getting some history of the Dawnbreaker sword after having had it in wielded it for Meridia in Skyrim. It's nice to get some more backstory on that and helping to tie everything together. Still down in the cave.
I see signs of the court's work throughout Somerset, but nothing of the court itself.
I think the Court of Bedlam has fewer members than we imagined.
Enough of this for now. Let's see what our friend has learned. You returned, but without the Dawnbreaker. Weren't you able to make contact with Meridia? Forgive my impatience. This inability to remember has me on edge. Go on. Tell me what you learned.
Yeah, Azura and Meridia cults, no more. But I spoke to Meridia.
The Court of Bedlam is eliminating the cults of the other princes? To what end? You said you were able to make contact with Meridia. Then why didn't she give you a restored Dawnbreaker? I suspected that might be the case.
You're very wise.
I'll send Valsarun with you into Mephala realm to rescue the Golden Knight. A disturbing development, to be sure, but we'll have to hope Meridia can protect herself. I'll open a portal to Mephala's spiral skein when you're ready. Then you can use the gem to find the Golden Knight.
All right.
Mephala's realm can be daunting, but I'll be with you the entire time.
Remember to stay focused on your destination at all times. Otherwise, you could get lost in myriad pathways of the Dreaming Cave. And whatever you do, don't lose that gem.
Am I going to lose the gem? Off to Oblivion again. Why do I always end up in Oblivion? Oh, excuse me. Oh.
think we were separated.
She above yet? Fine, I'll do that. Alright. Where's my bot gone? I really hate spiders.
It's like a maze in here, full of dead ends and passages that lead nowhere. Try to use the Dawn Star gem. Maybe it will reveal a path we're not seeing.
Not sure that looked like much of a path to me. sure I'm going to be able to get behind enough to, no.
I think there's something stalking you.
I didn't really want that. Alrighty. No, she hasn't got her back to me. As he's only a construct, I don't actually have to worry about him too much. Alright, scorpions almost as bad as spiders. Yeah, I hate these wasp things. Alright, taking him down. Valsarin, so she's got to be down here somewhere. Ah, gosh. to remember to shield bash those guys when they start feeding. That'll do it. That thing is gross. Always spiders and spider-related creatures. I see. Another insane path. Alrighty. As long as these guys are just in ones or twos, they're not too bad. Didn't even see that one, but I do see you. think I'm going this way. I think. Quick, easy work of those guys. Is this Valsarin?
Thank the stars! I can breathe again.
Yeah, you can thank me, really.
I couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. A little lightheaded, but I'll be fine.
Good.
Now that we're together, we can focus on finding the Golden Knight. And if that beast shows its mandibles again, I'll be ready.
What was it?
Something with the body of a giant spider. And, well, I'm not sure how to describe it. But it was a creature.
Alright. And now we're going this way. Hope she's actually going to do some fighting this time. Use the gem.
That's the path revealed by the Dawnstar gem. But I wouldn't be here to use portal magic in here.
Yeah, portals would be better than, you know, whirlpools.
That wasn't a pleasant experience. That's kind of cool.
one down. Somehow we're going through. I guess we are following the path.
That light in the distance. It's brighter. Out of place in this dismal setting. That must be the Golden Knight.
Ah, joy. Something is out of charge. No, it's still half charged. We can leave that. Oh, champion point. Nice. I shall mess around spending that once I'm not. No feeding and restoring for you, Pally. That's not fair. This place is kind of hideous. Gotcha, Garage, whatever the hell your name is. He's a bit of a big boy. Burn the webs.
Mafala won't leave something as valuable as Meridia's Golden Knight unprotected.
No. I shall have your gold. Just keep looking that way. Nothing to see here. Except your death. I don't really want a heart. Ah, I love Blade of Woe. It's so good. Now, let's spend that champion point. We're kind of a bit safer in here. Nothing's about to respawn on top of me. Especially have a chance to heal. Well, like that. Steed rank 10. Spell resistance. Damage taken physical. That might be pretty good considering I'm fighting spider people.
Or my webs will fill your pretty mouth next.
Nice.
Took you long enough. I expected this rescue hours ago.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, Knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, my lady.
Maybe we should just leave him. I'm sure the right master would understand.
Well, this is awkward. You're probably wondering how your old friend Darian became Meridia's champion and got stuck in all this sticky webbing. You know, it's a funny story, really. Probably better if I wait to tell it until after we escape from this realm. Guilty as charged. Meridia sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later. Right now, we need to get out of here.
Alright.
There's one small problem. We can't just walk through a door to get back to Tamriel. Believe me, I tried. How did you find me, by the way? Mephala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one would ever think to look. Oh, right, the gem. That makes sense. I perfectly understand. You need Meridia's champion, so here I am. And with the gem, I can repair Dawnbreaker. Just so you know, I feel awful. I am in no condition to fight at the moment.
Oh, good.
Let's get out of here. Meet me outside. I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mephala's Daedra. You need to hold them off until I can find a way back home. I won't be able to assist you while I'm casting, and the Golden Knight doesn't appear to be in any condition to fight. I'm afraid you're on your own, my friend.
As usual.
Let my voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave. Keep them back a few moments longer.
Of course.
I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars. That spider thing.
Oh, gosh.
Opened. Let's get out of here.
Yes. Let's. Okay, I thought that could have been worse. think those changes I made to my spell layout to take down Kotora are working out pretty well. Seem pretty powerful.
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend. You and Valcerin entered Mephala realm and rescued Meridia's Golden Knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assumed... I hope that would be the case. The Golden Knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon him. That's not a fate I'd wish on my worst enemy.
So what are they hoping to accomplish?
Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slode, to pit their followers against the cultists of other princes, to launch attacks into rival Oblivion realms. Such actions boggle the mind.
Yeah, they're gods. So, how long until we can breach the barrier?
Knight Darien needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the path and see where I took the heart of Transparent Law. For now, take this with my thanks. While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Daedric barrier. Since I can't remember where that particular pathway goes, we'll have to be ready for any contingency. I also need to tell you about another memory.
Okay, what have you remembered?
My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the night, a memory came back to me. A woman's voice, barely a whisper. Beautiful, but speaking in a language I can't understand. Repeating the same words over and over.
Okay.
I suspect that the language is ancient. It may actually predate the languages of Tamriel. I feel that the memory is connected to the barrier in the Dreaming Cave, and where I hid the heart. My friend, we need to discover the meaning of these words.
Excuse me. How can I help?
I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the ancient words. I even suggested a scholar she could contact, an expert in ancient languages and obscure dialects. Go, check on her progress. No, I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of Transparent Law. I do know the language is not native to Tamriel, or to anywhere on Nirn for that matter. It feels ancient, alien. I hope the expert recognizes it.
I'm gonna regret asking this. Who's the expert?
Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and he thinks the language could be related to tablets he once studied in Ebon Stadmont. Now go and see if Oriandra has made it.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like some annoying archaeologists that I'd encountered in the past. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. I haven't even been drinking, so not alcohol. Is it the portal to study? Yeah.
Not derived from Iliad, though I see a possible correlation to Daedric linguistic patterns. Who's... Oh, don't you know not to interrupt a sage when she's deep in concentration?
No.
I suppose the Right Master sent you to see how my research was coming along. I've listened to his memory over and over, and I examined every relevant tome I could find. Not yet. The Master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish Lathan was still one of us. He was our language expert. Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Lathan betrayed us, and I don't trust him. But I've reached a dead end. We need help, and he's the best option I can think of. Take the notes and show them to Lathan. What do we have to lose?
Okay.
I'll let the Right Master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think this qualifies. You'll find Lathan in Valserin's study. See if you can convince him to translate the words. I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Lathan and the Right Master were friends. I don't believe Lathan would purposely try to harm Ichesis. On the other hand, if Lathan thinks that helping us will help his cause, he'll jump at the chance. I suppose it had something to do with his daughter. Eldaway was a beautiful girl, smart, sweet, and full of energy. She brightened the entire island. When she fell ill, Lathan and Valserin grew apart. It was how they dealt with the tragedy.
The Order couldn't save her?
Don't you think we tried? The Right Master, Valserin, the entire Conclave. But nothing helped. She grew weaker and weaker, and then she was gone. Val threw herself into her work after that. Lathan just grew more distant. Only if you want to guarantee that Lathan refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him, and Lathan hates her with a passion. They used to be so in love. Now it breaks my heart to see them like this.
All right. So where is Valserin's study?
Attentive when our daughter actually needed you.
Lathan, I need to go check on the knight anyway.
Val, wait. Damn it. By the spinner's holy webs, when did I become an insufferable arse? Valserin didn't deserve that. Eldaway was her daughter too. Why am I talking to you about this? I know it isn't because I like you, because I really don't.
No, everyone likes me.
Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with the technique. Very well, I'll play along. Yes, I am a master linguist, specializing in ancient and obscure languages. Why do you ask?
'Cause we need these words translated.
Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it, but I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. That will never happen, of course. You do remember I'm a prisoner here, don't you?
Yes, but I can go to Ebon Stadmont.
According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right, you've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont, and I'll be able to see what you see.
So what does this do exactly?
Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just enter the forest, find the obscure language, and use the rune so I can see what you see. It won't do anything beyond that, I assure you.
And what am I going to find?
According to the scribblings of this Grand Maestro Forte, Spinner's Web, that's a pompous title. The forest is a maze filled with all kinds of beasts and Daedra. As to the reason why, who can say? Sometimes a cursed wood is just a cursed wood.
What's going on between you and Valserin?
I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions. Not in the least. Still, my words were spiteful, meant to hurt her. There was no need for me to open old wounds. But why does this concern you? I'm your enemy. Are you too dense to see that? You and Ichesis, always sticking your noses into places they don't belong. I suppose I can appreciate that, but kindness won't help you in the coming war. Very well. I'll tell you this. Val loved our daughter, and our daughter loved Val.
As it should be. So, why do you hate each other?
Hate? I'm not sure what emotions I feel right now. But when my daughter was dying, when she was crying for her mother's comfort, Val wasn't there. She was buried in her work, too busy or too frightened to spend those final moments with Ildaway.
Recipe. Oh, we got something as well, don't we? 2455. But this gives us equip those, and we've still got 5 of those, so we're still max level on the live wire set. Just gives a little bit more armor. Right, so we're off to wherever we're off to. A cursed forest. Sounds charming. Utterly delightful. Let's sell some stuff.
Before you ask,
Sell that. These are all part of other sets. I don't really use shields, but they are part of a set, so... Pair. Okay. Everything's up at full strength. So we're in good shape to face a cursed forest. And whatever betrayal Latham's got planned. Because I'm pretty certain there is going to be betrayal. Alright, back to Summerset. Where am I going? So where the heck is... Oh, there it is. Hiding right there. Okay. There's an Ebon Stadmont way shrine. Sweet. There's a way shrine. It's just here, I think. Skulking behind that tree. And we want to go there. Alrighty. Oh, stroke.
Wherever could that blasted mercenary be? Rugged individual, obviously well-traveled. Yes, he should do quite nicely. Are you available for hire? I need an escort for an expedition. I expect we'll encounter some danger along the way, but I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle.
What kind of expedition?
Put simply, I found records of an ancient temple somewhere in this very forest. I've come to study what secrets it may hold. Travelers become lost, sometimes for days. From what I heard, the forest appears to shift as you move through it. We'll need to keep close together. So, want to help me unlock an ancient mystery? I must say, I do pay well.
I gotta go there anyway, so why not?
Thank you for accepting my offer. I'm quite excited to be heading my own expedition. Usually I work under Tellinger, the artificer, but sometimes he's a bit much. It's nice to finally be able to break free from being his assistant. Oh no, of course not. The Mages Guild still requires me to accompany him on his expeditions. I've just taken a short sabbatical is all. As soon as I finish my research here, I'm sure I'll be off on more hair-raising adventures. Well, being Tellinger's assistant is informative in many ways, but I think now's the time to prove to the Mages Guild, and to myself, that I can strike out on my own. Ebon Stadmont just happened to catch my interest.
And why is it so interesting?
The ruins within Ebon Stadmont are ancient, perhaps even built in the Merethic era. They contain inscriptions of a mysterious language, which only a few have begun to translate. I believe these inscriptions can help lead us to the inner temple.
Can you tell me about it?
It's old, even for a High Elf's perspective. I found translations of only a few phrases, and even those are sparse. An interesting topic for a linguist, perhaps, but for me it's only the means to an end. The temple is all I wish to investigate.
How will the inscriptions help us?
As I said before, this forest is tricky to navigate. The pathways twist and shift as you walk through it. That's why the temple hasn't been explored previously. Following these inscriptions should lead us to the temple.
Okay. Let's go back to being a battle mage and another champion point. Recovery. Stamina recovery. Let's bring that up in line with the others. Let's go.
We're looking for inscriptions. Alert me once you see any gibberish carved into stone. Yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. Why, it's almost as if I can hear the words. Sel Ra Ang Yond. Eastern Temple? Daedra? I don't have time for distractions. Could you hold them off while I finish translating? inscription indicates that the temple is further up. Quick, follow me.
Of course.
How did we get separated? I was just behind you.
You were in front of me, actually.
Huh. At least we're back together. Come on. This forest has to end somewhere.
Hey.
By Uriel, how did I end up here?
Let's try this one.
Oh, hello. How did we end up back here? Let's try this again.
Hello? I think we got separated.
Fine. Now I'm going to use this one down here. Or is that the same one? No, I don't know.
Well, seems the rumors are true. Ebon Stadmont truly does twist around you. Perhaps another inscription will help guide us.
Like this one.
Aha! Now let's see. That voice again. Para Ekne. Past pathway? Daedra again? Ah, we don't have time for this. temple should be just ahead.
Right. Oh, come on. God, come on. Right. She run off again. Okay, here we go. One temple, I guess. Mysterious temple located. Reading this, you finally caught up to me as I was translating the stone. Before you, a door opened ahead. I waited for you, but I can't risk the door closing. Just read the inscription on the stone. You should be able to follow. Think you find it easy enough to translate. I was gonna say, she's dead? The bookshelves are empty. Oh, that sucks. No loot. No loot, no law books. I'll have that though. Supplies. Oh.
Hurrah! Volisto! The past revealed.
Okay. What an interesting reading voice I have.
Thank the stars. I think he's coming too.
Alright.
Am I really an Aetherius? I didn't know they let your kind in here. We of the House of Reveries have no names, only masks. But you can call me Fletch, because I specialize in the art of the bow, see?
I suppose.
Oh, my aching head. How did I end up here? I don't remember a thing.
You don't remember coming to Ebenstadmont?
Ebenstadmont? I'm sorry, but I just don't remember. I must have come here with my traveling troupe, though. I wouldn't have left Relenthiel without them. Someone must have ambushed me. A ferocious someone, given my state.
Well, I did just defeat a Daedra.
Daedra? Mara's elbow, that doesn't sound good. Could you help me find my troop leader, Maestro Forte? I need to warn him. He should be somewhere nearby, I think.
All right.
Forte! Is that you? Fletch, what's happened? The whole troop is looking for you.
Grand Maestro Forte? Why, I had no idea you were in Ebenstadmont.
Grand? Oh no, I'm simply Maestro Forte. Hardly worthy of the title Grand yet.
Is this the past?
It appears you've saved Fletch from the brink of death. It brings to mind the story of Temerian, who of course was saved by the Nereids of... Ah, but now is not the time for such tales.
No.
Tell me, what has happened? Daedra? I had no idea. Our watch did report some strange creatures prowling about at night, but I've heard of no other attacks. Something must... The only thing of note I discovered within the temple is a glowing stone in its main chamber. I've yet to translate the stone's inscription, but it may be attracting Daedra to it. I found a similar stone nearby. Can you help me investigate?
Yeah, go on.
Excellent. Why don't you and your companion head to the stone? Just follow the path north. I'll escort Fletch to our camp and make sure he's seen to.
I know this is strange, but let's get to this stone. Perhaps it can answer some questions. The House of Reveries in Ebenstadmont? Why wouldn't I have heard about that? This is all so strange. I just need a moment to think.
Ah, great. More and more Daedra. Essence of health. That I will take.
Lenka, fall away. Future's door.
Did you hear it too? That woman's voice. At first I thought I was imagining it.
That would be a hell of an imagination.
Future's door? Drat. Well, I've realised where we are.
We're in the past.
A House of Reveries expedition I've never heard of. Grand Maestro Forte rebuffing his proper title. And the temple room where we found Fletch? It looked the same as the room we first entered, but there wasn't a cobweb or broken pew in sight.
It means you travelled into the future. Or into the past. Into the past.
It means we ventured somewhere we never should have gone. The past. I know it seems far-fetched, but remember that stone we first activated? I thought the inscription referenced an event, but the past was a destination, not an occurrence. That's my theory, and I'd rather not explore further to find out. Affecting the past has far-reaching consequences. It makes me wonder what trouble we've already caused. But this stone's inscription indicates it should send us back to the present.
Maybe we shouldn't have saved Fletch.
I can't be sure, in all honesty, but we have to try. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in the past. This stone should lead us back to our natural time. All you need to do is keep that destination clearly in your mind. I'll follow right behind you. It is quite intriguing. Grand Maestro Forte is the head of Summerset's greatest acting troupe, the House of Reveries. But I've also heard tale that he's a great academic as well, though perhaps I'm more familiar with his work than I thought. The research I've been using to help translate the language here came from an expedition that occurred around this time. Perhaps Maestro Forte wrote the very notes that led me here. I'll ask him, but I'd rather not affect the past more than we have.
So have we changed it?
Well, Fletch was very close to death, and I recall seeing bones in our present time, right where I found him injured. Most likely he was supposed to die. I'm almost glad I was so ignorant when I healed him. I don't know what I would have done. As I said earlier, changing the past has far-reaching consequences. For all I know, healing Fletch could have dire consequences to our present. I would have had to weigh his life against the potential impact of that change. Quite a somber thought.
So why do I hear this weird woman's voice?
I've been hearing this voice since I first started translating these inscriptions. It must be some sort of magic, connected to the inscriptions. Perhaps connected to the language itself, come to think of it. Oh, it is rather odd for a mysterious language to speak to anyone who reads it. The misdirecting nature of Ebon Stadmont must have kept researchers from studying these inscriptions, that's all. Not to mention the local wildlife. I'm not sure what to tell you. I do know that we have to return to our time, and quickly. This mysterious voice, whatever its motivation, is the only thing helping us do that. We have little choice but to follow it now.
Alright. Well, I'm used to voices telling me where to go, and they're not normally that pleasant.
It's you.
Years and years, and I never could find you. And here you are, back where it all began. Looking as if you haven't aged a day, my friend. What happened to you?
I just stepped through the door.
So the stone did send you to the future after all. I had feared the worst. That day I tried to follow after you and return to our original time. But the stone's magic faded, and the doorway closed. Try as I might, I couldn't get it open.
What did you do?
I was trapped within Ebon Stadmont. For decades, I'd been studying this language and desperately searching for a way out. But my path would always lead me back here. But I did it. I finally found a way to go back, to stop this all from happening.
I'm not sure I like the sound of this.
I must stop myself from ever going back in time. I've been wasting my life within this cursed forest. The Southern Stone. That's the key to... Wait, what's that? Is that Fletch? Fletch!
Your role has been cut.
The temple. You must go back. Go through the temple. The southern stone. Bane away Tendel. Those are the words. Stop this from happening. Take my diary. It will prove everything.
Okay.
And thus the play continues. I'll see you soon.
Activate the southern stone. There it is.
Such an effort to escape me. I suppose I have what I need.
Weird.
Well, I suppose it's curtain call. You finally figured it out. Well, and Derwin figured it out, didn't she? But hey, you put all the legwork in. And here you are, just in time to stop our leading lady from ever performing her starring role. Ah, but did you kill me? Truly? Not even an accomplished healer could bring me back? And yes, I did take part in Anderwin's final scene. Or rather, I will. All a matter of perspective there, you see. But she shouldn't have tried to cut the act short.
The act?
Anderwin was the leading lady of our production. It was up to her to uncover the mysteries of Ebon Stadmont, to find the true potential of its hidden power. But she found a way to escape, and in her last breath told you the way back to the start.
So I'm in the present.
Sadly, yes. And so my part must end as well. I put on quite the performance, though, don't you think? The poor, confused soul, the dastardly villain, the mysterious sage. But I think you have a task to do, don't you? A dying wish to fulfill? Yes, our heroine should be just outside, if I remember correctly. After so many times around, though, I tend to lose track. Well, no need to get into all of that. I told you the very first time we met, I'm Fletch. I used to be a mere actor, but now I serve a greater force. I've served her for quite a while now, helping to find the true power of Ebon Stadmont. With Anderwin's help, of course. The language here, of course. You see, it's all rather tricky. Only mortals are able to use the language. That's what allowed you to travel through time after all. And Anderwin was the perfect candidate to uncover its secrets. Yes, all our heroine needed was the proper motivation. Anderwin was trapped within the forest, unable to get out. Then she would hear a whisper, guiding, always guiding. And as Anderwin used the language, my mistress would be watching.
Your mistress?
What did Anderwin call her? Ah, the spirit of the sanctum. An appropriate title as any. She rules over this forest. I think she always has, though I'm not quite sure. She needed the power here, you see. Eben Stadmont was integral to her plans.
Her plans?
Don't bother asking me. Mostly because I have no idea. I would have died had the spirit not saved me. And it wasn't too bad. A supporting role at best. I'd make sure the loop continued, make sure Andewan kept researching again and again.
What do you mean?
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I barely understand, and I've lived through it. And it's done now, in any case. You made sure of that. But I think the spirit learned enough. It will have to do.
Learn enough about?
The language here, of course.
Yeah.
You see, it's all rather tricky.
Time travel. We open the door and walk out into the Planet of the Apes or something. Oh, good day. Gosh. I don't know what's wrong with me.
There you are. How did you get inside without me seeing you? We finally made it to the temple. Oh, I just can't wait to see what the temple is a trap? What do you mean?
Here, your diary should help.
A book? Why, this is my handwriting. I've been trapped within this forest for decades now. Trapped within the past. My face is filled with wrinkles. My heart darkened with regrets. My life was stolen from me.
God damn. Itchy ear. Something led you to this temple. All in an attempt to trap you here.
Something trying to... My goodness. This is all so hard to wrap my head around.
No, the details are in your book, so learn from yourself.
Yes, I agree. You've gone above and beyond protecting me during this expedition. Though the details seem a bit complicated, to think I would have been trapped here, I'd say our contract is concluded. Thank you for all you've done.
Pleasure.
I suppose I did succeed in this expedition. The notes you've given me are written by my hand after all. Though of course that me won't exist now since you've stopped me and I'm going to stop now. Before my head hurts.
Time travel. Yeah, I get it.
I'm sure these notes will give me more details. The best thing to do now is share our findings with the Mages Guild. Let them know how dangerous this forest truly is. As for me, I'll join back up with Tellinger.
Is that a bad thing?
You know, it may be silly, but I suppose I came here to step out of his shadow. If I could be the one to crack Eben Stadmont, well, perhaps that would be enough. And then I was trapped in the past to serve a mysterious being. Oh, I would have been.
Yeah, I can see how that might, dissuade you.
Tellinger is the one who makes brash decisions and puts people in danger, and I'm the one who helps fix it. Yet as soon as I lead, I find myself in the same position as him. For now, I'd rather clean up his messes rather than make my own.
And you're a high elf. You've got a few centuries to sort it out. Let's just hope to find my way the heck out of here. Okay, so I've done that. Now let's do what I actually came here to do.
The rune is working perfectly. It's almost as if I'm standing right next to you.
No.
I can feel the powerful magic that permeates this place. I sense a Daedric influence, but something that's far older than my Prince Bathala.
Okay, what am I looking for?
The Maestro's notes said the ancient words were etched into a massive stone. I expect you'll need to travel deeper into the forest to find the exact location. I can't just retrace your steps. You likely walked by the massive stone and didn't even realize it. Wait a moment. The Maestro's notes had a power. Refer to the book and use the rune again when you locate the ancient writing.
I suppose the idea was I come here, use the rune, then come here, meet her and do that stuff. Nope, that's going to chuck me back out. It was the other one. Oh no. Okay, so back to the sanctum.
Have you found the inscription? Not yet, but the inscription is nearby. I sense something else, though. Nocturnal's presence.
Nocturnal, why would she be here? Yeah, terrific.
Ancient inscription. You found it.
Yes.
Something isn't right. I feel our connection breaking up. It's Nocturnal's Earl.
Now that Lathan's gone, we can talk freely.
Okay.
I never expected to see you again. But you shouldn't have come here. These words of power, they aren't meant for mortal eyes. I'm an Earl in the court of Bedlam now, so believe me when I say that Lathan isn't being totally honest with you. That doesn't matter. What matters is that I want to maintain the balance of power among the Daedric Triad. If Lathan translates the language and gives Mephala the secret, she'll gain an advantage that could threaten my prince, Nocturnal. Speculate all you want. I'm here to give you a gift. Nocturnal has authorized me to provide you with the meaning of the mysterious phrase. It's in all our best interests for the Right Master to remember where he hid the heart of transparent law.
Okay.
The phrase the Right Master remembers, the words he keeps hearing. It's a spell to retrieve something hidden. When the time is right, he just needs to repeat the phrase to reveal the heart's hiding place.
I'll let him know.
I wasn't sure how I'd feel if I saw you or Naryu again. Balmora seems like a lifetime ago. And I'm a new person, since committing myself to Nocturnal's service. I wish you weren't involved in this matter.
How did you know?
Artaeum is only as isolated as it allows itself to be. First, the Abyssal Pearl allowed the Sea Slode and Mephala to invade the Sidjic Island. Then you took Lathan, an Earl in the Court of Bedlam, prisoner. We know your moves before you make them. Our princes plan to do away with the laws imposed by other powers. They want to remake Nirn, reshape it to better suit their every inclination. Of course, to do this, all obstacles must be cast aside, including the other Daedric Princes.
And what do you get out of
The
this?
court isn't evil. We wouldn't be a part of something that didn't add to the greater good. When our princes are done, war and sickness will be eradicated. There will be true peace and godhood for the court, as befits beings of our stature.
You were supposed to start a new life. I'm not sure this is what Naryu had in mind.
A new life. More like a new prison. Serving at the feet of a Khajiit to become a slave to the High Elf Queen? No, that's not an existence I could bear. I follow the shadowy paths of Nocturnal now. She gives me the freedom to be who I really am.
How?
I felt abandoned, lost. That's when Nocturnal offered to comfort me. Not the Morag Tong, not a Khajiit guardian, not even you. Nocturnal gave me a purpose and a family. She gave me something to believe in.
You know we're going to stop them.
Belief doesn't make something true. You stopped me once, but I'm stronger now. More powerful. As for the princes, you're barely a speck on a flea that gets casually brushed aside after a minor irritation. Do what you must. This only ends one way. Our princes plan to do away with the laws imposed by other powers. They want... Tell the Right Master, it's a spell of retrieval.
I've re-established my connection to the rune. Tell me what Nocturnal's Earl said to you. I can't believe Nocturnal's Earl interfered like that. A spell. Interesting. And somehow connected to the Right Master's forgotten hiding place. I wonder why nocturnal? Right. I told them to interrupt my research before I could unravel an ancient and powerful language. Look, you should come back to Kapora Tower now. The Right Master wants to hear everything my associate shared with you. I just wish I could have spent a few moments studying that inscription.
Yeah. And that's why I hate Wisp Mothers. They are such a pain in the ass. It's good to be sneaky. Right, let's try and get back. Oh good, we're outside again. And the way shine is nice and close. What's up for a tower? The Shimmerine Way Shrine? I was going to say Waypoint then, and sorry, Shrine. Right, let's go speak to the Right Master. wrong node. Yeah. So he's still down in the cave. I have some stuff to sell.
Before I was a member...
Gendered weapon, we will sell that. I don't use bows, so I can sell that. Right. Oh. It said below because I was up the hill. Idiot. And now I'm not up the hill, he's above me. In here.
Oriandra, you should have consulted me beforehand.
She saw an opportunity and she took it, Tychesis.
Silence, Lathan. Need I put you in chains? This escapade of yours could have been disastrous. What were you and Oriandra thinking? Trusting Lathan to help us translate the ancient language.
I didn't trust him.
Now nothing you discovered can be trusted. We're back to square one. I observed what I could through Lathan's connection, but it seems to me that the Court of Bedlam is just trying to confuse us. What do you think? Should we trust Nocturnal's Earl or not?
We need to be cautious. I wouldn't take anything the Court of Bedlam tells us as at face value. They want you to find the heart of transparent law. I think the Earl told... I think they probably did tell the truth.
As much as it pains me, I must concur. We'll just have to make sure that once we recover the heart, it isn't allowed to fall into the hands of the Court of Bedlam or their princes. Darian's outside. Talk to him, then meet me in the Dreaming Cave. No matter whether Nocturnal's Earl spoke truth or lies, we need to recover the heart of Transparent Law. I'm sure I hid it somewhere beyond the Daedric barrier. Was there anything else before you go and check on Darian? I remember I tried to resist the Sea Sloat's compulsion and was able to maintain a sliver of control. But as for a revelation spell, where would I acquire something in such an obscure language? And whose voice do I hear echoing in my mind? I remember using what control I still possessed to foil Katora's plans. I recall forging a bargain with someone I have no memory of. I remember that it was the only way to assure the heart's safety.
Should we leave it hidden?
That, my friend, would be a mistake. Summerset's ancient defenses have withered since the Transparent Law crystal was broken and the heart removed. Every moment the crystal tower remains incomplete, another protection falls away. I'm sure that it is. But in that certainty, we gain an advantage. You'll be at my side when we locate the heart, and you'll be there to help me defend it from the court of Bedlam and their princes.
3 Daedric Princes. It took an entire army and Meridia's help to take down the other guy. Moloch Baal. Got there in the end.
I remember I tried to resist the Sea Sloat's I remember using what...
Alright, that's all he's going to tell us. Let's go talk to Darian. Long pause. There it is.
Your wounds, they're just gone.
I've always healed fast, Val. I can call you Val, right? Give me a moment. I'd like to chat with our friend.
Of course. Then go to the Dreaming Cave. The Right Master's ready to begin.
I wanted to thank you again for getting me out of Mephalah's realm. Wasn't anything like I originally imagined. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that I was able to repair the Dawnbreaker. The sword's power should allow us to breach the barrier.
And you're fully recovered?
No thanks to the Psijic healers. I thought they were gonna slice me open to try to figure out what makes me... well, me. I'm glad you stopped by, though. I wanted to talk to you.
Okay, about it.
This might sound like a strange question. In fact, depending on how you answer it, it is a strange question. Do you remember me? I'm not talking about here in Summerset. I mean, from someplace else.
Yes, Cold Harbor.
Yeah, it was terrible. One moment I'm fighting Molag Bal, and the next I'm stuck in the colored rooms without any kind of explanation. I tried everything I could think of to get out of there, but nothing worked until Meridia gave me this mission.
So you didn't die?
I thought I did. After the big flash of light, I remember floating. Then there was more light. Meridia was there. She told me I was in her realm. Other than her lectures, it was pretty boring. Come to think of it, those were pretty boring too.
She gave you a mission?
Oh yeah. She said I was supposed to help you stop the Daedric Princes, to keep them from reaching the Crystal Tower. Problem is, she didn't tell me how we're supposed to do that, and now I can't seem to reach her. I hate to admit it, but I'm worried.
That's Go do
Fixing the Dawnbreaker was surprisingly easy, by the way, especially considering that I had never repaired a Daedric artifact before. Fixing the Dawn... Questions? Not like a test or anything, though, right? Tests give me a rash. But sure, yeah, what would you like to know? Being in the colored rooms was fun at first. Those golden saints were pleasant to look at. Their personalities leave a lot to be desired, though. I've had better conversations with the floating rocks than with those shining arses. I ask myself that question every day. Meridia said I had a purpose, but she refused to elaborate. She said I'd recognize it when the time was right. Nothing more comforting than a Daedric prince being all vague about your fate.
They do that. So what do you want you to do?
Help you? She talked about you a lot, as a matter of fact. We've already stopped one Daedric prince together, right? How hard can it be to stop 3?
Yeah.
I wish I knew the answer to that. I remember my father well enough. He was a Breton, but I never met my mother. In fact, now that I think about it, my entire childhood is kind of a blur. I never questioned that. I'm not really sure why. Meridia only ever told me I was her vessel. I can't say I remember volunteering for that job, though. I have her magic inside me. I've had it all my life. I can feel it. But why? I have so many questions. Who I am, what I am, why the amazing good looks and roguish charm if I'm just here to stomp on Meridia's enemies. I mean, I guess if I was a prince, I'd want a dashing champion, so I can't blame her for that.
Oh, yes. It's so good to have him back. Possibly. Dreaming Cave. Oh gosh. Oh, why I'm so tired.
We're as prepared as we can be without knowing exactly where this pathway leads. I've even set wards that will help protect me from the Daedric Princes. Remember though, our primary goal is to recover the Heart of Transparent Law.
How do we activate the portal?
The Golden Knight must wield the reforged Dawnbreaker to breach the barrier. Then we simply step through the portal and see where it takes us. I expect we may call upon your fighting skills before all is said and done. Are you ready to proceed?
Fine.
Sir Darian, deal with this barrier, if you please.
My pleasure.
The way is open. Let's go.
Evergloom. Nocturnal ever-shifting domain of twilight and gloom. Somehow seems to be adjacent to every other realm of reality. In the dark, if you turn to look quickly, you can almost glimpse it. Surely he wouldn't have hidden it in Nocturnal's realm. That seems odd.
I'll be all right, Valcerin. Manipulating the Dreaming Cave always exhausts me.
We'll take it slow. Let the others clear the path for us.
I expected the pathway to lead to some obscure corner of oblivion. But this is Nocturnal's realm. The heart is here. I'm positive. Now that I think about it, this location has a familiar feel. I've been here before. Take Darian and scout the path ahead. Look for any signs that might indicate where I hid the heart. Valcerin will assist me and we'll follow behind you. As much as it pains me to admit, my many years are finally catching up with me. Be prepared for anything. This is Nocturnal's realm, after all.
I guess this isn't Skyrim, so I'm not I'm not a nightingale. Nice. Not so nice. Wow. Did not like that thing.
Nocturnal's minions aren't exactly modest, are they? Not that I'm complaining. First Mephala, and now Nocturnal. I'm really getting good at stumbling into the realms of hostile Daedric Princes.
Having Dawnbreak around certainly seems useful. Black feather.
Featherless one walks the path once more. But where is the pretty crystal he carried last time?
Did that bird just talk? You heard that, right?
Pay the crows no mind. They're nothing but an annoyance. The crows serve as Nocturnal's eyes. She watches us through these annoying little creatures. There's nothing to do about it except to keep moving forward. I remember carrying the heart of transparent law along this path and up toward the mountain above. I remember Nocturnal's creatures moved aside to let me pass. Obviously, they aren't. I don't see any alternative, do you? Perhaps more memories from when I was last here will return.
And you kind of done a deal with Nocturnal. So did you do a deal with the crows? two of them. You take the free gold.
Remind me to wear lighter armor next time we have to climb a mountain.
This way. Right. Nice. So that was the creature that I fought in Ebon Stodmalt, whatever it was called. Okay. I thought we were coming up to like an end point there.
The featherless one couldn't resist the sea sload, not on his own. Ah!
What nonsense is this?
He doesn't remember. So desperate he was, he leaped at our mistress's offer. Ah!
Speak plainly, crows. Come back here.
Ichesis, calm down.
Crows.
Their words mean
Their words stir the echoes in my mind.
Stranger and stranger.
So you dealt with Nocturnal?
I remember fighting the sea sloat's compulsion with every fiber of my being. And I was losing. I remember searching for something, anything, to keep me from giving Katora the heart. I remember Nocturnal appearing before me, offering to help me hide the heart away in a place that no one would ever find it. Then... let's keep going. Clear the path.
Interesting. So could it be it was a spell where even that's perfect. Love that. Alright. I'll take that gold. So is it a spell where he hid it? Not even Nocturnal can
You
trace
ready for
it.
anything?
So but then we're going to end up facing our old friend. Supplies. Nice. We've got a champion point. Okay. Spell penetration. Critical damage. Increase your critical damage and critical healing with magic abilities. Alright. I guess ultimately we're going to fill them all up anyway. There. We'll keep heading up.
The path ends here.
I remember this.
Lycasus, what are you saying?
I'm saying I remember taking the heart through that portal. With every step along this path, my memory grew clearer. This portal, it leads to where I had my fateful meeting with Nocturnal. where she offered to aid me in my struggle against the sea slow Katora.
What did she offer?
Nocturnal offered me a spell that would hide the heart from everyone. The sea slowed, Nocturnal, even from me. As soon as I hid it away, my memory of even possessing the crystal faded like a distant dream.
So it's through the portal?
I assume so. Some of the details still elude me. I remember entering the portal with the heart, then returning here without it in my hands. Since I cast the spell with those ancient words, only I can use it again to unseal the hiding place.
And Nocturnal.
My preparations included numerous wards of protection. They should allow me to resist even the magic of a Daedric Prince, at least for a short amount of time. Through the portal, I remember an ancient ruin. Head for that, and we'll meet you there.
All right.
Step cautiously. I remember very little about what lies on the other side of this portal.
Well, it's not very reassuring. Alright, at least Darien and Dawnbreaker are still with me. Up. There's a shrine to Nocturnal.
I remember the words, but I don't know exactly what they mean. Once I begin the spell, be ready for anything. My friends, the heart of transparent law will soon be back in our hands. Heart, reveal yourself. Ganoro Berin.
Your chest is glowing.
Ijavil. Of course. I put the heart inside myself. It's the perfect hiding place.
Look, Mephala. The mortal hid the heart inside his own body. How clever.
Uh-oh. Mephala and Clavicus Vile. This could be bad.
But why did Nocturnal keep this from us? No matter. I'll take the crystal now, right, Master?
My wards! Shout, protect me!
Impressive for a mortal. But the wards won't hold long against our power.
Command me and I'll use the sword's power.
Stop struggling, mortal. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power.
Oops, champion point.
Fight, Icasis. Just hold on.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command. Command me and I'll use the sword's power. Where do all these Daedra keep coming from?
We're in a Daedric plane.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command. Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power.
Now.
Promise me you'll lead them.
Don't even say it, Ichesis! Just keep fighting!
Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power. Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command.
His movement's a little bugged.
They're tearing me apart! Mephala, stop that! I've got him! Wait, what's the...
Nocturnal! How dare you interfere?
Get out of my realm, Princess. You are no longer welcome. The heart belongs to me. We made a deal, didn't we, mortal?
Ichesis?
I did what I had to. I hid the heart, even from you. The only way to retrieve it is to kill me.
Very well. I accept those terms.
No! We need to go, now! Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power. Stay back!
Right, Master. Damn it. Hang on. I'll get us out of here.
Dawnbreaker will protect us. I hope.
Meridia's vessel. You have no power here.
I'll show you power, you monster!
The Sword of Light.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
My sword! I just fixed that!
The heart is mine, and soon the Crystal Tower will belong to me. I no longer need Mephala or Vile.
Hold on. I'm getting us out of here.
That did not go well. Yeah, that did not go well. But one Daedric Prince is easier to deal with than three.
Valsine? Where's the Right Master?
Nocturnal killed him. We couldn't stop her.
No! That's not possible! This doesn't make any sense. What happened to the Right Master? I don't believe it. The Right Master, Ichesis, he's the best of us. Besides, I thought only he could reveal the heart's hidden location.
Yeah, he did.
I knew he was remembering things, but I had no idea he was so desperate. To make a deal with a Daedric Prince, even to foil the Sea Slode, that was just foolish. In retrospect, though, I might have done the same. How do we beat the Triad now?
I don't think we do. Just Nocturnal.
Nocturnal betrayed the other princes? That's rather typical from what I've read.
Yep.
Without the heart, without the Right Master, what are we supposed to do now?
You find another way.
I'm not sure
Or
there
give
is
up.
another way. With the heart of transparent law, Nocturnal can control the Crystal Tower. And with the Crystal Tower, she can... well, I'm not sure why she wants the tower. We'll need to consult a few experts about that. Grief does us no good unless we use it to focus our commitment. We need to rally our forces. It's time to turn this Daedric tide before the waters of oblivion overwhelm us. Thankfully, Sotha Seal returned while you traveled the Dreaming Cave.
Did he have any news?
Sotha Seal said he had information meant only for Right Master Achesis' ears. He asked me to send the Right Master to see him when he returned from traveling the Dreaming Cave.
Someone needs to tell Sotha Seal that he's dead. I bet it's going to be me.
We also need to convince Sotha Seal to share the news he brought with us. But without the Right Master, he may decide to simply depart. Like all the members of the Dark Elf Tribunal, he can be very enigmatic. Maybe you should talk to him.
Well, yes. I mean, I am a Dark Elf, and yes, I have dealt with all three of them. Fine. I'll speak to Sotha Seal. But I'll probably speak to him next time. I think that's a pretty good place to stop. Yeah, I need to come put some dinner on ready. So, the Daedric Princes can't even trust each other. Okay, what did we get? God, loads. Are they heavy armor, these Sijic whatevers? Wait, is that the armor I'm wearing? Let me, costumes. Yeah, let's hit his helmet. Actually, armor looks alright. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, skill point. Jacks, each mace, each sword, each dagger. And a champion point. To a mage with a large heavy attack, you decrease enemy's health, magic, and stamina resource. Let's roll. Oh, I've got another. Alrighty. Okay, that's pretty good. Can we get a weapon as well? Two-handed. Sword, that's a sword. Okay. I'll talk to Sethstills where we're going next, so I am going to leave it there for tonight. So we face down 3 Daedric Princes, 2 of whom Nocturnal betrayed. So we're going to have to go up against Nocturnal to save Summerset. I wonder if we might get some help from the other 2 princes though. Because they're going to be pissed with her for betraying them, is my guess. So she's going to go now straight for the Crystal Tower. Interesting. I guess we're heading towards the end game of the main campaign now. It's good. With luck, we might get some extra help from Meridia. I mean, she did help us against Mallard Ball. You gotta hope. Okay, I'm going to call it for tonight. I am all done. I think I'll definitely be back with this, some more of this tomorrow. And back to more regular time tomorrow. It's just earlier today because it's, Sunday. Okay, I'm done. I am out of here.